Welcome back, Cardboard Warriors. How's everybody doing out there today? I'm gonna do another "Why is this card bulk?" but I should really call it like "Why is this set bulk?" This new set AFR. I didn't give it any credit at first either, but once I played it a few times, this set's really got some good stuff in it. And today's "Why is this card bulk?" is going to be about a card in AFR, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, for those of you that aren't familiar with the moniker yet. So this card right here just destroyed me at a sealed tournament, and I was pretty shocked at how powerful it was. I had to read the card a few times. I'm like, it does what? The card we're talking about is Credal of Baldur's Gate. This particular card is a 2-drop Dimir, 1 black, 1 blue. It's a 1/3, but whenever Credal of Baldur's Gate deals combat damage to a player, that player loses 1 life and mills a card, then you gain 1 life and scry 1. That is insane. But also, whenever you attack, you may pay 2. If you do, target creature can't be blocked this turn. So you can make it unblockable for 2, colorless, any color, and you get an extra point of damage. So it technically deals 2 damage to them, because you deal 1 damage from the combat, and you have them lose 1 life and mill a card, and then you gain 1 life and scry 1. The value on this card for a 2-drop is unbelievable. I can't believe this isn't at least worth a few dollars. I mean, Ragaband's worth $80, and it's doesn't do quite as much as this, in my opinion. I mean, look at that. You get a drain life plus a scry plus you mill a card from them, and you can make it unblockable. Now, obviously, this by itself, isn't enough to build a complete deck around, because it's not that much damage. But you add this with Thieves' Tools, you don't even have to pay the 2 every turn. You can just equip this to it, and it's blockable. It's unblockable every turn, right? So you got the Thieves' Tools in here. You've got this guy here. If you add Rogue class to this card, then things get out of hand. Things get really nasty. Again, a 2-drop Dimir, 1 black, 1 blue. Rogue class, whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library face down. You may look at it for as long as it remains exiled. That doesn't seem too exciting. You're just exiling their cards and then looking at them. Level 2, creatures you control have menace. So even if you don't have the Thieves' Tools and you can't afford the 2 every turn to make them unblockable, it makes them harder to block, because then he's got menace. But then level 3, you may play cards exile with Rogue class, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells. So at this point, once you get to level 3, you are now taking cards from their library, and you're able to play them with mana of any color. It doesn't matter. Your mana becomes of any color at that point. So you can play your opponent's library against them, which is nuts. These 2 cards just wreaked havoc on me in a sealed tournament. That's just such a good combo, because, so if you look at it like this, every turn, if this is maxed out to level 3, which you can do by 4th turn, it's only costs 4, 1 black, 1 blue, and 2 colorless. And you attack with Credal with a Thieves' Tools on them, it just add insult to injury. But even if you don't have the Thieves' Tools on them, just these 2 cards, you attack with them, you're doing 1 damage, they're losing another life, so you're actually doing 2 damage. They mill a card, you pull a card off the top of their library, you gain a life, you scry 1, and you can cast that card. And you got menace on them. So that combo is just unbelievably good. I am shocked that people aren't building crazy rogue decks right now. But then you've got more. You've got other support. You've got the Trickster's Talisman. You can throw a Trickster's Talisman on this, pump them up to a 2/4, and as soon as you hit your opponent, you can copy them. You can make another one. You can sack the Talisman and make another Credal. Then you got 2 Credals coming at them. And then you've also got Soul Knife Spy. Fits so perfect into this deck as well, because the Soul Knife Spy, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card, and it's a 3/2, which means you can throw the Thieves' Tools on the Soul Knife Spy, make him unblockable, deal damage, draw a card, and you get, if the rogue class is out and you got it maxed out, you get to steal one of their cards and play one of their cards too. So I mean, the rogue combo in this new AFR set is unbelievably good, and this guy right here, he's kind of the real beast of the combo. I mean, these two cards, I can't believe they actually, printed them the way that they did, with as cheap as they are and with no drawbacks, no negative drawbacks. So I just want to kind of go over some of this is just one of the tiny little combos, and these are all cards that aren't worth anything in this set. And they're all commons, uncommons. This is the only rare, and it's not worth anything. So these cards haven't gotten any respect yet at all. I don't see really people building a lot of decks around this combo yet. And if you ask me, I think it's going to be a pretty effective combo in standard. Rogues are going to be pretty tough. And there's no telling what's going to happen with the new Innistrad sets. There's probably going to be a lot of black and blue stuff going on, especially with the vampires one, So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. What's your opinion in the comments below? Have you actually tried to use these in sealed yet or draft? Have they been effective? I've used these two and the rogue class in draft. And I use these two also in a sealed, or these three also in a sealed. So I had really good luck with them as far as being effective early on. There's a lot of beasts in the set, so everybody was pulling really big beasts, and that's where I had trouble. Early game, I was really dominant, but then late game, the creatures just weren't big enough in the decks that I was building. So if you do decide to draft or go with sealed with this rogue combo, make sure you've got some big beastie creatures for a late game, because that's where I had the problem. That's where I failed. I didn't put enough late game stuff in there. So early game, I was just destroying people. I get pretty much every game when I was running these four cards in the sealed or the draft. Well, in the sealed, I was just running these three, and pretty much every game I got my opponents down to like 1 or 2 life before they pulled out all these big creatures and then just overwhelmed me. And then when I was using this in the draft with these three, same thing. I was getting people down to like 1 or 2 life, and then I would get overpowered by the bigger creatures. So I made the same mistake both times. If I draft this set again or do another sealed tournament in this set again, I probably won't make the same mistake. I'll probably put some bigger creatures for late game in there, or some equipment to pump up the creatures. Might be a really good idea. I've seen a lot of people having really good luck with the Boros equipment decks in this set as well. There's a lot of really good equipment. There's a lot of really good stuff in the Boros equipment kind of setup. So, but I wanted to kind of go over this one, because this card right here, I really just don't see why people aren't going crazy over this card. This card is so good for a 2-drop. So much power, so much ability, so many extras, and no negative drawbacks. So anyways, that's my why is this card bulk for AFR so far. I'll probably do a couple more, because there's some really, really good cards in this set that are just not really getting the attention they deserve yet. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think is the most underrated card in the set? And yeah, let's start some chatting in the comments. So check out the description below before you take off. There's a lot of good sales on cards right now, on sealed stuff on Amazon. A lot of good links down there, and links to save your money on your purchases, get your cash back on your purchases. My email's down there if you want to talk to me about sponsoring a video opening or buying sealed or singles from me. And my actual address is down there if you want to send me something to open on camera for you. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and we'll see you next one. Bye.